great to have you with us here on the post-game show. Bob Lorenz and Frank Isola with you. Well, the Nets in recent times had dominated the Knicks. Not the case tonight at Madison Square Garden as they fall 124-106.
Yeah, they got dominated. They got dominated by the point guard of the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson overpowered the Brooklyn Nets, especially in the second half of this game. Think about this. The Nets were up by 2 with 4:44 to go in the third quarter. So the last 16:44, they got outscored 50-30. So we know that this group, it's going to be built around defense. They didn't show it tonight. There was a lot of moments tonight where you're shaking your head saying, what is going on out there? The play with Ben Simmons, I know we're going to show that at some point. You just can't have that at this level in a game like this. It's a rivalry game. The Knicks treated it like they had lost 9 in a row to the Brooklyn Nets, and they wanted to get this game. They're behind them in the standings. You didn't feel that same sense of intensity from the Nets. A lot of poor shots offensively and defensively. Major letdown tonight.
What does it tell you that Spencer Dinwiddie took 21 shots? The next net closest to him took 10.
You know, you like his competitive fire, but there comes a point where he's getting into it too much with the officials, and he's coming down, he's taking contested shots, he's missing bad contested shots, and his first instinct is to turn to the ref and start complaining about it. That wears off pretty quickly with the referees. That's not going to happen. In fact, he got a technical foul in the first half for complaining too much. I will say this, though. When he came out of the game with 4:44 to go in the third quarter, he and Nick Claxton came out. Day'Ron Sharpe, Cam Thomas came in for them. I'm not going to blame it all on them, but things really fell apart. Without Nick Claxton in the game as the anchor defensively, the Nets had nothing. They had no, I mean, Jalen Brunson was getting into the paint. Julius Randle did. They really missed Nick Claxton when he wasn't in there. And you're thinking, could Ben Simmons be that guy? Maybe he'll be the backup big. But then he was a disappointment as well.
All right, let's take a look at the game summary. It is brought to you by Infinity. And that third quarter is where it was very decisive. Frank, a 13-point edge by the Knicks there. Knicks snapping that 9-game losing streak against the Nets. And Brunson has 40. He has been on an absolute tear. As Ryan mentioned, I think that's a 40-point game in 3 times in his last 18 games.
Yeah, and it really seemed like the Nets waited way too long to kind of throw a double team and get the ball out of his hands. He got to anywhere he wants to on the court. He's developed into a very good three-point shooter, so you have to respect that. But when he gets in the lane, he starts twisting you 10 different ways with his dribble. He's just become a very good player. Was a winning player in college. Why all these NBA GMs who get paid crazy money to scout, how no one picks him in the first round, I have no idea. I don't know how that works. What more did you want the kid to do in college? He won 2 national championships. He was the player of the year, and he gets taken in the second round? And this year, he's a borderline all-star. And I think if Jaylen Brown, especially after this game, if Jaylen Brown cannot play in the all-star game, I think the league, and it goes through the commissioner's office, I think Adam Silver will select Jalen Brunson to be an injury replacement on the all-star team.